All right, today is August 12th, 2024, and we have the ES that after that big drop is coming back, and on the weekly we were one time framing down, and now the previous week's high is 53.85.25, and we're trading just at it. So if we trade back above this level, that means that on the weekly time frame we're gonna be back in balance. On the monthly time frame we're already in balance, and on the daily we're one time framing up. So this is, we had a gap here that it still hasn't filled on the way back. We have this spike, and now we're trading at the spike of this session, the August, I think it's August 2nd, after this drop. So current value is down here and previous value is up here. So now there's it's kind of like decision time, right? Do we come back into this value area, or do we accept value here and keep balancing down here? Market is likely gonna wait to make the next move till tomorrow, because we have some inflation numbers tomorrow and the next day. So I'm not expecting this gap to fill today. And if we do get a move higher into this area, I expect it to be a grinding higher kind of move. But you know, it all depends. It always depends on the order flow. But my guess is that we're gonna attempt to move higher and then come back into this point of control and retest the 5-day point of control, because that also coincides with value area low from Friday. So what I'm gonna be watching is, instead of making predictions, what I'm gonna be watching is, okay, do we hold this high? If we do, then the move is gonna be higher, take this spike, and then get into the gap fill, where we should see some sellers at July's low, which is down here, before the gap fill. And if we get inside, then just fill the gap, and then if the gap gets filled, then we're gonna squeeze higher into this value area and to this point of control that we haven't retested, which is at 54.70. But if we get back inside Friday's value, and you can see better on this chart, which is at 53.74. So accepting below 53.74 targets a move through the other side of value, which is at 53.44. But the thing is that getting in here, we have all this area where we had been accepting prices on Friday afternoon and during the overnight session. So this area provides support right now, and it's gonna need some time to resolve if we're gonna break through and retest value area low. So you know, it could be a choppy session today, it could be a rotational with overlapping value, but that's basically it. Above the previous week's high targets the gap fill, below value area high targets value area low. And then if we get below the value area low from Friday, then we're gonna attempt to end the one time framing up on the daily and be back in balance and retest these lows, and likely retest the weekly pivot, which is right now at 5300 and change, a little bit below 5300. And we have this low volume node right here at 5294. So I'm expecting this to be a strong support for now. In the case we come down, also because we have the spike from Thursday. So the 5300 should hold. If it doesn't hold, then that's gonna attract more sellers and then bring us back to the 5240 area. But for now, that's it. There's not much news today. There's some auctions at 11:30, so we're likely gonna see that some flow right before that. We also have New York Fed inflation expectations at 11 a.m. I don't know how much that's gonna move, but the market, but just keep an eye on that report that comes out at 11 a.m. And then we have in Q, which similar to ES is trading right at the previous week's high, and the gap fill, it's at 18,868. And the 5-day point of control is right here at 18,510. And same thing, if we come back below value area high, then the target becomes value area low. And same thing as ES, same scenarios. Let's see what else we have. Okay, oil, it's now moving higher after the drop. Like I've been saying, we have some support here at 74.30, and now it's moving back. You see how like it came below this value area, below this range, and then once it went back inside the range, it got back to the 20-day point of control, and now it's moving to the other side of value and retesting now the 200 moving average. If it gets above, we have the 50 moving average at 78.70-ish. So I'm expecting that to provide some resistance, but now there's some tensions in the Middle East again, and that could be the reason why we have that move. We also had some OPEC report. I think it was supposed to come this morning, but I don't know if it's out or not. Yeah, it is. They're cutting production, so that's why probably we see this up move. In the case that it breaks this area, what I'm gonna do is turn on here the 90-day volume profile, and we can see here that the magnet here is gonna be 80, right before 80, so 79.90. That would be the target if we get above 78.80. So another $1 higher. But if it fails to break above, then likely gonna come back to the 77.20, which now you can see that besides the 20-day point of control, we have the 21 EMA and the 20 moving average right here. So that's gonna be a magnet, 77.20. Okay, and gold. So gold, I had mentioned the other day, I had consolidated a few sessions here. So this is, I think it's a 3-day balance. And this is the point of control that I mentioned the other day. So that's now the next target, because we're moving inside value for this consolidated profile, and so the target now is 24.90, and then above that is 25.03 or 25.04, which is that low volume area. So that's going to be the next target if we hold above this point of control. And failing to hold 24.77, this becomes the target at 24.68. All right, remember this week we have some inflation numbers. Tomorrow PPI, the next day CPI. We have jobless claims, so we have a busy week, and the market is likely to wait for those reports to make the next decision to whether staying in this lower value area or the higher one up here. Okay, that's it for today. Good luck.